Okay, so we're going to get started with the chair portion. So we're doing some step-ups to start off. I'm going to knock this box off accidentally. So Molly is on 1-3 and 1-2, which is going to be nice and supportive while still giving her a really good lower body workout. To start off, she's going to step up to her chair. She's going to grab onto the outer edges of that chair. She's going to step the pedal down with one foot, and like she's going to be working, it's going to step up onto the front edge of that chair. So the foot is going to be totally planted. From here, she's going to grab onto that ballet bar in front of her to start. She's going to shift the weight into that front foot, placing it mainly into her heel, making sure that that knee isn't going too far over her ankle, so maybe scooting her toes forward just a little bit. Good. From here, she's going to press that heel into the chair to lift the pedal up behind her gut, feeling that in her quad, squeezing her glute, and then lowering back down. Continuing with that. So we're starting off with a smaller range of motion just to get our balance on the chair. Core is still active, hips are tracking straight in front of you. Good. So you're doing a really great job of not letting that back hip pop open. If Molly wants to add on, she can start to increase her range of motion. So starting to straighten that front foot and maybe letting go of the grip of that ballet bar. If she wants to hang onto it, she can always touch that springboard for support. Good. We'll do 2 more. Good. So I'm going to have you shift that back hip forward just a half an inch. Perfect. Good. And after this last one, good. You're going to pause with that pedal down. You're going to grab onto the outer edges of that chair. You're going to step your foot off, step off your pedal, slowly let it rise. You can shake those hips out. Great work. So our next thing up are some pipes. We're going to get some torso flexion. We're going to stay at the same spring tension, so it's going to be still quite a bit of ab work, but it's going to help give her a little boost to get that pedal closed all the way. So similar starting position. You're going to grab the outer edges of that chair. You're going to step your toes onto the pedal, press it down. Other toes are going to come onto meet it. From here, you're going to click your heels together, coming into Pilates V. Heels are nice and lifted. Next thing, I want you to shift your weight over your wrists. Good. So you're transferring your weight into that upper body. You're going to pull your core in on your exhale. Pike your hips up towards the ceiling, pulling them up, trying to get that pedal to clip home, and then slowly lowering down. 2 more like that. Keeping your belly button pulling in towards your spine, flexing your back. Last one, gaze looks towards your thighs. Slowly let that pedal come down. You can shift your weight back. Carefully let that pedal rise. Great work. Tons of fun. So from here, I'm going to have you reach back behind your chair. You're going to take off one number 2 spring. So you're going to grab onto that black fabric, pull it off to the side, and safely let that spring fall down. So we're going to move into some bridging with the chair to get into those hamstrings. So you're going to lay on down into a supine position. You're going to have your heels resting on the black part of the pedal. Good. So from here, you get a nice neutral spine. Is your head okay like that? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So you get a neutral spine, little pocket of air underneath that low back. You're going to pull your belly button down towards your spine. For our bridging, we're going to keep that pedal up where it is, so it's not going to move at all. On your next exhale, you're going to articulate your hips up into your shoulder bridge. Good. You'll hold for an inhale. Exhale, slowly soften at the spine, coming down one bone at a time. Good. On your next one, you're going to hold up in your bridge. Option to just hang out here and hold your bridge. If you want to add on, you're going to move into a hamstring curl. So you're going to press the pedal down a few inches, and then inhale to lift it back up. Good. 2 more like that. Pulling your heels towards your glutes, getting into those hamstrings. Last one, core is sinking down towards your spine. Close the pedal, restack those hips, and then slowly articulate down one bone at a time. Good. Knees are going to come into your chest. You can give them a quick hug, maybe take a hamstring stretch. Straightening one or both legs up towards the ceiling. Good. And then once you are ready, I'm going to have you roll to your side to safely come up to a seated position. So we're going to move into some prone work on the chair. So I'm going to have you stand on up, and then we're just going to scooch the chair closer towards the aisle. Good, so bending at the knees to pick it up. Good, and then you're going to meet me at the back edge of your chair. We're still on one number 3, which is going to be supportive, and it's going to give her a challenge for your arm work. So you're going to carefully lie yourself down onto that chair. Pubic bone is going to be balanced on top of it. Hands are going to come down onto the pedal. You're going to press it down. Good. So shoulders are going to be stacked right over those wrists. Legs are nice and active. You're going to pull your core in to protect that low back. We're going to get started with a single arm press. So the arm that you don't want to work, will just do one side, is going to come back behind your low back. It's just going to rest there. If that feels uncomfortable, you can put the back of your hand against your forehead. Otherwise, on your next exhale, keep your elbow tucked in by your side. You're going to bend into your elbow, letting that pedal rise a few inches, and then press it back down. Good. So you're going to get to those triceps. Give those triceps a good squeeze when you straighten your arm. Good. Make sure that your shoulders are tracking straight down towards the ground. The back of the room shoulder isn't popping up. You're going to pause the next time that arm is long. Street side hand is going to come onto that pedal, and we're going to move right into our swan. So pull that core in. You're going to press your hands into that pedal. As you start to lift your heart and chest up, pedal rises, and then slowly lower down on your exhale. We'll do 2 more like that. Lifting up out of that prone position, extending your spine, lowering back down on your exhale. Good. Legs are still active. Core is nice and tight. Protect your low back. Shoulders are gliding down your back. Slowly lower back down. Good. From here, we've just got one more thing to do in our prone position. So you're going to work your street side hand this time. You're going to take the back of your hand. It's going to come against your forehead. Good. So from here, actually, I'm going to have you set that hand down. You're going to put your street side hand against your forehead. Perfect. You're going to pull your core in towards your spine. On your next exhale, you're going to rotate towards the street. You're going to rotate back to center. We'll do 2 more like that. Rotate towards the street. Pause there. Option to straighten your street side arm. Bend your elbow back, palm to your forehead, and rotate back. 1 more like that. You rotate. You straighten your arm. Bend it back. Rotate back to start. You're going to plant that hand back down on your pedal. You're going to slowly shift your weight back behind you to tap your toes to the ground and slowly let that pedal rise. Option here to take a standing cat and cow just to release that low back. Good. If you want, hands can come down to your pedal. You can run your back and press it down a little bit, just releasing that low back, scooping your belly, and that's all we've got for chair.